PONYBOY is different. He's intellectual. He's not like his brothers. His brothers always like fighting and always want to have a go at the socials, which are the rich kids, because we grew up in an area where we weren't so lucky. We weren't so privileged. So my brothers SODAPOP and DARRY grown up in that atmosphere of fighting and violence.
So SODAPOP is, as I said, the middle brother of the Curtis family. But you know, as a human being, I guess he's one of those guys who's always really, really jovial, and he's the kind of the life of every party, and he gets his kicks off just making everyone around him happy, and I think, you know, sometimes to the detriment of his own internal well-being. I think that really kind of eats him alive sometimes on the inside, but he rarely ever lets that show. He's very positive, upbeat, he's very optimistic.
So DARRY is a strong character. He's like leader of the gang. So yeah, he has to be very authoritative, and he's got a lot on his plate, and sometimes he lets that show. He's got a lot of responsibility. He's really compassionate about things that matter to him, especially family and stuff, which is good for his brothers. He's like the sole breadwinner. Yeah, he's just a really strong character, if not slightly distant in regards to people's feelings and stuff.
So Dallas Vincent is not your regular human being, but at the same time he's every single person out there. He's kind, he's generous, and he means well. However, he doesn't go out his way to prove that he's a good person. He's not the kind of guy to tell you that he's done something nice, because when you do something nice, you're not meant to tell anyone. It doesn't matter if anyone knows it or doesn't know it. All that matters is that you did something nice and you know it. And that's the kind of guy he is. He's noble.
So Johnny is growing up in an abusive family background. So his mom and dad always fight a lot, and that's why he's always trying to escape from his house. Hence, you know, why he never felt belong in his family and seek belonging or belongingness. That's the word, right? That belonging to Pony's family.
Bob is very self-entitled. So obviously he was born to wealthy parents, and he's really just lived his life getting his own way all the time. He's really known nothing else. So he's not really accustomed to not getting his own way, and he can't. In a way, it's sad because he actually can't. That side of him just doesn't exist. Being subservient, being a subordinate, serving other people. He's always viewed himself as the most important, significant person in any social situation.
Randy's a 17-year-old Soc. I like to think that he's from around the northern beaches somewhere, maybe a bit closer to Bondi, and he's travelled into King's Cross this night, and he's met PONYBOY and his ragtag band. He's up for a bit of biff. He's generally a good guy, but like a lot of teenagers, he gets a bit shitty when he's drunk, and he doesn't really have the best choice in friends, so that kind of leads him down a bad path.
I believe Sandy is a very bubbly girl, and she focuses a lot on pleasing other people, but then she gets caught in her own self-traps. And I think she's one of those people that knows how to deal with other people's dilemmas rather than her own. So when she does come across her own personal battle, she decides to flee rather than fight.
2-Bit he's a really fun character to play. He's not like the other greasers. He follows Dallas more like anyone else. He's fairly cheeky. He's also a bit sleazy, but that's part of who he is. He tries to pick up girls, and he thinks it's quite fun. He doesn't really have a lot of time to do anything else besides picking up girls, and because he's not in school either. Because he doesn't really have any role models, he's the man in his family. His father walked out on him, so his mother's trying to provide for 2 kids, himself and his older sister.
Cherry is a very confident person. She tells it how it is. She loves her boyfriend Bob very much, although she doesn't agree with a lot of things he does or even some things that he might say. She's not very big on violence or alcohol, which is kind of weird because her boyfriend is in both of those things, but she loves him, so.
I play the role of Marcia. She's a cheerleader, she's a soc. She's a really cool chick. And she's a really like fun, bubbly, a little bit flirtatious kind of girl. You know, she's really enthusiastic and animated.
I decided to create her as a very kind, warm-hearted nurse. Most nurses I've observed are very, they're very distant from their patients, but I decided to be the more upcoming, emotional sort of nurse who tries to do the best she can, who tries to break the rules to make people happy.
Hi guys, this is Joyce here. I'm going to be playing the character of Mrs. O'Brien in The Outsiders. I am very excited to take on this role as she has so many similar characteristics as I do. She's very protective, loving, caring, and especially because she's married, she has children of her own. She makes it even more protective in the show. She likes to take adventures and she likes to go out and explore different parts of the world. Especially in the show, you'll see her go out and take her students to the excursion that was planned. She's very worried all the time, concerned, and she also has this fierceness, like this wall that she builds because she's been let down so much in her life.
Jane, she is a fun, loving, caring primary school teacher. She's confident, I guess you could say that.
Hi, my name is Sophea Op and I play the character of the Doctor in the play The Outsiders. So the Doctor is integral to the boys kind of, they're having a tough moment when they meet the Doctor and they need someone to kind of kick them in the bum a little bit and reason with them.